V4 on the MoonBoard is a grade that can mean anything. Some of these climbs will make you feel like a superhero, others will leave you questioning your life choices. From heroic leaps of faith to sequences so smooth it feels like dancing, these aren't just climbs, they are experiences. But which of these 78 experiences are worth your energy? I have done every single V4 twice. Which are the easiest? Which have the biggest moves? Which are the unskippable classics? And stay till the end for the most difficult V4s that don't at all feel like V4s, but for some reason we still log as V4. Before we get to the biggest moves, for those new to board climbing, the 2016 can be a bit painful and intense. So here are two climbs which are on the more pleasant and confidence building side. For a cling down easy, if the first move feels too difficult, feel free to try from the second move on. Now let's talk about the climbs that make you feel like a superhero. These are the biggest moves you can find in V4. One of the newer ones, Dr. Pinch, has a nasty huge cross to the end. I always underestimate how shit the vertical pinch feels, which forces me to move fast and always results in this huge swing. Definitely something I can work to clean up. Amphora is also one of the newer ones. It has a huge ledge to the chunky cube as its third move. Last but not least, the ultimate power block in V4, Hugo Eliminate Clean. Two back-to-back big moves. Such a great block for practicing generating crosses straight up. If you feel like you lack one arm strength, that's perfectly normal with the isolated positions you are forced to generate from. Strength would help, but what would help immediately is identifying the best way to generate with your hips, commitment, and timing. Before we get to the timeless classics, we have sequences which spark pure joy. Training can be about enjoying movement, and these climbs feel amazing. For this move coming into the black flat pinch, practice generating into a soft landing. Solidarity has the same starting sequence as Berserk Zone. For the move left into the side jump, it is good practice for doing less and trying to float laterally instead of yanking to the next position. Warm-up number 8 has a sick move going left from a pretty bad crimp pinch, which forces generating from the hips. From wide to narrow to wide to narrow to wide. Super nice moves. For these two problems, they have moves in extended positions, great for practicing keeping your feet. If you don't have the reach, they are still great for practicing generating from extended positions. Frostbite 25 has a nice mini sequence to establish for the big cross up. Mini ISO move to the second last before a satisfying finish. Float-in is something we all love to watch and experience in climbing. Float-in is also a boulder with some of the most iconic and downright insane moves. This V16 starts with a massive V15 campus on shallow flat crimps into a pocket, straight into a V14 crux campusing down into credit card crimps. Pure comfort for your floatiest climbs. Before we get to the outrageous V4s, here are some classics that just feel timeless. For me, these define what a great MoonBoard V4 should feel like. The one you are watching now is Hatha Yoga, a nice fingery warm-up that forces you to own the white sloper bar. Alligator or alligator, it starts off wide into a narrow tensiony sequence. Really love this move here from the sharp wide, extending into the gentle crimp. TP does Saletta and Outlander's fillings both have the same starting sequence, going wide to the black flat edge before stabbing up while keeping feet, then maneuvering upwards into the safety of the white crimp. There is no way these are V4s. We will start with the least egregious one, with each being more egregious than the last. The investment plan starts off with a deceptively easy start, then you find yourself extended with an ultra high feat going to the second last move. If you can lock off I-14, it helps a lot to get the second last static, but I couldn't maintain the lock and had to go dynamic. Easy does it, has a super nice sequence to the black pinch jump. And then this move. It demands precision, generating from an uncomfortable position. Both of these are intense, both have intense starts. TBA only has one small crimp to start, and Astro has a really violent throw to a nice pinch. From here, Astro is basically the slightly harder variation of TBA warm-up, with a tensiony reach to E13 and a super strengthy fingery technical cross to the diamond crimp, before a pretty powerful move to finish. Curti 2. These two characters mean lesson in Chinese, which is appropriate because I got schooled. I love this climb though. The move to the black pinch is big and technically demanding. Not to mention, matching the end hole is crazy hard if you don't have the span to step E8 or C10. From the black pinch, I can barely reach the black Gaston, and since I can't step up while keeping left foot, I have to cut feet. And cutting feet itself felt like a V5 move on its own, and even then it's not over. Creating the left Gaston and going to black diamond feels desperate too. I had to resort to this beta going straight to the diamond instead. Insanity.